Alright y'all, I want to make a video showing you how you can take partial profits out of a trade. If you enter a trade with 100 contracts with 1,000 contracts, and let's say for example you enter this trade right here, right? We enter long right here just as an example, and then we want to take profit along the way up, and we enter 1,000 contracts. Maybe we want to take 300 out here, we want to take 200 out here, and then we want to take another 200 or so up here and just let the rest ride in case we hit some kind of all-time high. How would you actually do that in ByBit? Well, I have a ByBit account pulled up here. This is the ByBit account that I use for the course, and you know, a lot of times people see me post trades in the Discord like this, where I say, okay, I'm entering right here, my first take profit is at the first blue line, my second take profit is at the third blue line, my third take profit is at the orange line, and then you guys, you know, I say, okay, we hit the first take profit, we hit the second take profit, we're on our way to the third take profit. This is how I do that. What you're going to do is first you have to enter a position. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a position right here, and I have very little Bitcoin in this trading account right here. So I'm just going to do a trade with 100 contracts. I'm going to go ahead and buy long. And I'm just going to do a market order, guys, because for the sake of this example, but obviously you can limit in to your long position. So here I am, I'm in the position. I have 100 contracts in the trade, and let's say I want to have 3 take profits. As part of my trading plan is I want to have 1 take profit at 60,248. All I'm going to do is I'm going to do a limit order for 60,248. And I'm going to sell, let's say I want to sell 25% of my position. I'll just sell 25 contracts. Okay, go ahead and sell short. And what this does is it sets an order right here where when price hits this order, it will take 25 contracts out of my position at the price. It will sell a quarter of my position at the price of 60,284. And then down here where it says quantity, this will go down to 75 contracts. And I can do that all the way up. I can do 60,400 and sell another 25 contracts. Okay, and I could just keep going all the way up. And of course you can kind of move these orders around, drag them around if you want to. Now let's talk about setting multiple stop losses as well, because sometimes you'll see that if I have 100 contracts in the trade, I might say, okay, I'm comfortable having 100 contracts in the trade, but if price comes back down to, let's say, 60,150, I don't want to have that much exposure. I might want to remove part of my position right there. I don't want to close out of my whole position, but I'll close out of some of my position. The way we're going to do that is with a conditional order, and we're going to do a conditional market order. And we're going to do a market order because when it comes to stop losses, we want to make sure that these orders get filled. And wow, guys, did you see that insane Bitcoin pump that just happened? Man, this candlestick just shot up. This is a FOMO candlestick. Wow, guys. As you can see, this is the power of leverage trading, guys. You can see how much I'm up right now on this position. But anyway, I'm sorry, I don't mean to brag about my gains, guys. I try not to do that quite often. But what you're going to do to set multiple stop losses is you're going to come to a conditional order, go to market, and then set the level that you want. So let's say I would want to take half my position out at 60,195. So I'm just going to do the trigger price at 60,195. And I'm going to make sure I click close on trigger, because what this will do is it will allow me to not get into a position that I don't want to be in. Because if I come up here and I hit these take profits and I have fewer contracts in the trade than 25 that I'm selling, if I don't click close on trigger, this will actually put me into a short position. Let's say, for example, that I have 100 contracts in the trade and this order was 75 and this order was 10, so I sold 85 contracts, I only have 15 left. If it comes down and hits this stop loss, it will actually put me in a short position for 15 contracts. So I want to make sure I hit close on trigger, and this will only reduce your position size. Okay, that's all it can do. It's not going to put you in another order. And then I'm going to go ahead and click sell short, and this will put a stop loss down there. And then I can also just add a regular stop loss to my trade. And let's say I just want to do 5% stop loss. Go ahead and confirm. And now what this does is wow, it's way down here. This will then allow me to have two stop losses where if price comes down to a certain level, it will take out half of my position, or a quarter of my position, I'm sorry, and then if it comes all the way down here, it will close my full position. I don't have to worry about going into a short position when these stop losses get hit. You have to be careful with that if you don't click close on trigger. Now, as far as, let's say you want to add back into your position after you hit some of your take profits, the way you can do that is there's a few ways. You can either do a limit order, a limit buy, and let's say I want to do a limit buy up here at 62.35. I can just do oh, it hit my stop loss, guys. And look, it hit my stop loss, and now I only have 75 contracts left in the trade. Okay? I have 75 contracts left in the trade, but I'm still in the trade, and you can see my original stop loss has automatically now shifted to 75. So this ensures that I'm not going to end up in a short position if I come down below here, because we don't want that. So let's say that price does come up, it hits both my take profit levels, and then it starts to retrace down, and I can kind of look on Market Cipher and say, okay, we need to come down a little bit. Maybe I'm expecting us to come down to 60,300 before we get another run up. Well, what I can do there is I can do either a conditional order or just a regular limit order. The way I would do a conditional order is I would do a conditional limit order, and I would want to buy in right at 60,300, so I'd put 60,300, and then the trigger price, this is the price that is going to trigger the limit order to go into the system. So let's say that I don't want this this limit order to even be in the system until price comes at least to 60,400. So I would make the trigger 60,400 and go ahead and click buy long. And what this will do is if price comes up to 60,400, it will automatically set a limit order down here at 60,300. So what this does is it allows me to have my take profits on the way up, and if price does come all the way up here, it will trigger a limit order to fill when price comes back down here so that I can continue up. And it's kind of like a way to manage your trades when they're open, and I know it can be a little bit confusing, but when you think about trigger price and limit price, the trigger is going to pull the trigger to tell ByBit, okay, once we get up to this level right here at 60,400, ByBit is going to put a limit order right here at 60,300, so that if price does come up here, we're anticipating the retracement, and then we'll fulfill that order down here and continue to go up. Okay, so there's a lot of different things you can do with the conditional orders, but really when it comes to taking partial profits, you don't need a conditional order. You can use a conditional order to take profits as well, where you can set up a conditional sell order, where let's say if price comes up to 60,300, well, if price comes up to 60,300, I will want to sell 25% of my position. I would just make the trigger price 60,300, and then I would make the actual limit price 60,299, because this will ensure that my orders get filled if we come back down just a dollar or two. Usually when I'm setting my take profits, it's at resistances where we're going to tap the resistance and then come back down a little bit. And so this will kind of ensure that my orders get filled. You can go ahead and sell short. That will do the conditional trigger. So if price comes up and touches this line, it will set up a limit order right below that, and then those orders will get filled. But really the easiest way to do it, guys, is just simply by setting limit sell orders after your entry price. And for the stop losses, you're going to do conditional market orders, close on trigger. So I hope you guys found this helpful. And as you can see, I'm struggling in my position here. Price hasn't really moved very much up or down. And so that's a shame, guys. That's a shame. I was hoping that this was going to be the trade that was going to cause me to retire early. And I'd be able to post it on YouTube and have one of those awesome success stories where I was making a ByBit tutorial, and what do you know, I ended up getting rich. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So if you guys like this video, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and God bless all you guys. Thanks for watching.